Alright guys, I want to get started real quick just before the wind comes because it's going to get a little windy. I want to say that if this video finds you, it could be windy where you're at. It could also possibly rain the day that you watch this video. But if you're finding your way to this video, I want to say that the numbers 30, the number 11, 5, and number 8 are also going to be numbers that could be presenting themselves in front of you. I also want to say the birds as well, specifically crows. I'm also seeing doves. I'm also seeing geese or goose. And even a turtle is very significant. This is giving me a sense of the phoenix rising, but something much more than the phoenix. The volcanic goddess is right. This is a totally different energy than what is already known as the phoenix. This is like a totally different type of power is how I'm seeing it. And this is all metaphorically, but I also like to say that this is a form of truth because there are magical things that are around us or things that we don't know the answers to, nor do we have to. But it's basically about you coming to the power of yourself, knowing that you are whole within yourself. And I want to say, if you found this video, that you have pretty much made it obvious which way you're gonna go. And I want to say that you may feel that you have a crossroads coming up, or that there's two roads coming up. So basically with the number 30, the sacred divinity, it says there are two paths ahead. But for some reason, I keep wanting to say that you've already made it the choice of a path it is that you want. And I also want to say, as you were going through this period, that whole time of the dark night of the soul that you went through, I want to say that you did do the work, that you continued going forward, even though you knew that there was nothing promised to you, even though you knew that there was a risk of you maybe not getting whatever it is that you wanted, or maybe making it feel like you were nothing or you did not achieve anything. And that wasn't the case, but I'm getting that now. And there's a spider here. Oh, hi, Mrs. Spider. Hi. Oh, she's tiny. I don't want to scare her. I'll show you guys. Oh, there she goes, Mrs. Spider. Mrs. Spider, where you going, Mrs. Spider? So even with that, it's kind of giving me like you have the power to manifest your own dreams. Take it into your hands, because what do spiders do? They weave and they catch whatever it is. But in other words, I don't chase, I catch, or I attract what is truly mine. Everything will come to you as long as you're doing not the work, I want to say, but doing whatever it is that you love. But with the dark night of the soul, I want to say that you had a deep introspection, is the word, about going within yourself. And maybe you had people fall away, and it's just like maybe you had a form of healing that you were doing. But as you were healing, I want to say that you're still healing, and that we never stop fully like healing, or that we never get fully healed, just because we learn to live with the pain. And when something similar happens like that, we know how to move through it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But nonetheless, it's just giving me that you've done everything the right work. And you know, because you've faced your dark side, you faced the dark night of the soul. It's like you knew it was maybe something not to fear now, and that you should just, which you have faced it. And it's giving you more power to know thyself, because even if you were in a dark place or in a bad place, you made it clear that you were not going to stay there. And you kept going, and it's kind of like leaving the void, confirmation with a bee, or the bumblebee, which is also giving me the ancestors saying, keep going, keep putting in whatever it is that you're going, because you have left the void to now entering the threshold. You were in between worlds with the number 5. But I don't know why I've been picking this up too, but I want to say that the number 15 with the devil and the tarot has been coming through a lot. And it's just weird because I had done these cards yesterday, and I said I'll do a video on it today. But I want to say that there is a form of a temptation, someone who does not suit your highest need. This could be someone who, I guess, No, that's there's a Mrs. Spider, but this is a big Mrs. Spider. There she goes. Scared the freak out of her. I actually have another video, guys. I know this is off topic, but yeah, when I was first having like these premonitions, I had literally had an image of a beetle, but I literally drew it and then seconds later like crawling on. But yes, you're between worlds. You are in the threshold, and it's kind of giving like, even though nothing is guaranteed, it is the point about you knowing that, you know what, you were maybe in a bad place in life, but you did not stay there. But you have seen that as long as you go forward, there is a magic there. There is a form of you to keep walking in faith, because you are coming into me as a type of soul that did not have to see to believe. You never lost that innocence, that joy, and that's why I'm feeling like that has led you to maybe connecting more with your inner child, because your inner child is the key, believe it or not. It's the imagination. It's how you see things in the outside world, and it's like everything that you went through has given you the knowledge, because the bottom of the deck was 8, channel your knowledge. And it's so funny because the wind pushed it a little forward, and underneath that one was 31 with secret temptation, being led astray. I want to say this individual could maybe have blue eyes. It doesn't have to be an individual. It could just be maybe like bad habits. Confirmation maybe on the bad habits part. If you're doing something to create and you're going forward and wanting to create whatever it is that you want to do, but maybe something is saying like, oh, come out, come party with us, or let's do this, you can always do that later, and it's like you keep putting it off. You need to go ahead and use your knowledge at this time, critical judgment, because confirmation, because you have something that you need to go ahead and fulfill. You have walked a path that not many are capable of walking through, or going ahead and going within thyself. And it's kind of giving me that after this blue moon that is coming up, it's like it's the ending of something. Confirmation. So I do want to say this is an ending of a tough cycle that you went through, and it's not saying that, you know what, this is your reward. It's kind of like, no, this is what you have gone through because you were meant to do something. You always had a purpose, but it's just like you were maybe not going to understand this purpose if you were not forced to go within. And it's also knowing that when it comes to the dark night of the soul, that we all have these tendencies, or we all have these emotions. And I'm not saying that you are in this part of your emotions, but you know that if you got angry, you said something out of context, or you did something when you were younger, it's just like, you know what, we all make mistakes, but because of those mistakes, or steaks to be significant, imagine you could be cooking steaks today, because I'm making this video today on Saturday. But nonetheless, channel your knowledge, because everything you went through was not for nothing. It has allowed you to know what you're gonna do, what you're not gonna allow. What is it that you want? It's about you going more within yourself. If you find yourself at a crossroads too, if you find yourself not knowing what choice to make, what decision to do to go forward, it's about saying going within yourself, grounding, and accepting both the dark side of yourself and the light side of yourself. And I'm not saying that it's bad or anything. I'm just saying that you love yourself wholly for who you are. And of course, it doesn't mean that you stay there. It's kind of giving me like you're leaving the animalistic mind, in the sense of when you act right on impulse or that. That's what it's kind of giving me, in a sense. Like you're learning to go ahead and control and know that, you know what, I don't have to do this. I can change my mindset. I can change it. But it's also giving me that there has been a form of patience here. And I'm going to say this to on the tarot video watching, that connect with certain readers, yes, but I want to say that there is more to awakening, or truly awakening, in my opinion, because I do this for a living in my hometown. I have done it for a while, and I'm not saying that I'm better. I'm just saying that whoever you find and you connect to, or you resonate, that is someone you're meant to go ahead, I would say, to be guided by. But it's about them guiding you to going ahead and saying, that feels familiar, that sounds like it resonates, and you applying whatever it is that is in your own way, though, being your unique self. And if they did something a certain way, you're doing it in watching from them, but you're doing it in a different way. But it's not like you're copying or doing anything. It's like you have learned to apply it in your own way that's good for you. I want to say dragons could be significant. I want to say elemental spirits could be very significant. I want to say the light, the source, is very significant in this reading. And it's kind of giving me the name Yeshua, just because right here the number 8, but with the secret temptation underneath, it's kind of giving me like when Yeshua went out for 40 days 40 nights without eating and fasting, and the one who shall not be named, imagine, was there trying to tempt him to basically eat or to basically go ahead and to take over the world at one point, because he could just do it now, and he was just very clever in how he used his words. So remember, I want to say, whoever may, if this is the case for you and you're not sure, listen to your body. Is your body getting tense around them? Are you like tightening around certain people? But listen to your intuition. Usually I want to say you have a knowing, but if your body's acting weird, listen to your body. And I want to say that there's a reason that this is the bottom of the deck, but it still was underneath the bottom card, which was channel your knowledge. So I want to say, whatever this is, it's not going to work. And we're rebuking it right now. So I want to say that you guys are definitely in alignment, even though it may not feel this way. But again, if you are resonating with this reading, I'm glad that we're able to connect. But it's about knowing that, okay, I resonated with this because I actually am doing whatever it is that I guess that I'm saying, or how the cards are coming off. But it's also about knowing that, you know what, I got my confirmation for today. Do not go out constantly seeking for confirmation, because you know what, you have to let the universe surprise you. Of course there are ways to tap in and dive in, because I mean, there's ways, yes, but it is about you coming to know that, you know what, I don't have to know everything too. I don't have to go ahead, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. It's just like everything can be bad for you if you don't use it the correct way. It's like moderation. There's more to life. It's like, yes, get your video confirmation, but always know that you need to motivate yourself. I'm here to offer guidance and help in whatever way that I can. And with myself, I have a very interesting story, I feel, and maybe I'll share it, imagine. But I want to say that I've always had a weird connection and just having a faith. I've seen things that I cannot explain. And even in my videos, if you guys feel free to go check out some of them, you guys will see some paranormal things. My angels come through, and there's a lot of weird things happen. But nonetheless, it is about knowing that you are everything, and you can decide for yourself whatever it is that you want or that you want to do. And don't be scared to go ahead and shine, is what I'm getting. There's a reason you were in isolation right now, but it's like, now it's time. I'm getting someone who's meant to be seen, because with the color yellow or the golden light, it's like that draws a lot of attention. And now it's like you have come into your power with all this knowledge. You have ascended. And maybe it may not feel like that right now, because you're still having to learn this new world that you're entering into. But it's like, now, what is your message? What is it that you're going to do that you love? Because by simply doing that, you're going to go ahead and spark something by the people who watch you, by the people who you don't know that you're affecting, by basically doing whatever it is that you do. Well, I always say, do it authentically, do it with love, because in this collective, nothing is meant to go ahead and deter you. And it's about knowing that even though you are awakened and the storm is happening, you know that through the hard times that you've endured or you've gone through, that you may not be able to control the situation, but you can control how you handle the situation. And it is about knowing that you are infinite and that you are eternal. So knowing that, it's like you're living on an experience in this world too. Don't waste it. Use it to the best advantage. And I'm not saying that you won't have your bad days or lazy days again, but it's just saying go forward now. Keep doing it. And even if you don't see the results, we live in a miraculous world. And a miracle can happen at any day. In this collective, and if this video found you, it's about knowing that, you know what, God has enough for everyone. Oh my God, the Black Bumblebee. So get to work then, because the bees represent getting to work for me. Someone always has to be the adult, the better version of themselves. An adult does what is right even when no one is looking. An adult says, you know what, I don't have to get the last word. I don't have to say anything at all. And it's about just standing in your truth and only speaking when you need to, basically. In other words, you've earned your crown is what I want to say. But in this time period, I do want to say, use your intuition, listen to your body, and go ahead and ground at this time. But I'm going to leave it at that for this reading, guys. And I want to say that you're building the momentum up. You're between worlds. So in this time period, just keep creating in your mind and just know that you are sacred. I embrace both the light and dark aspects of myself. And if you wanted to go with dark and light, that could even represent masculine and feminine. So it is about cultivating both of these energies within yourself. So it doesn't have to be that it's a dark aspect, which means evil. No, it's like the feminine is the dark, I want to say, and the light is the masculine side. So I want to say it's about you having an equal balance with this. So I want you to say, I am discovering myself more and more. I am loved. And I'm going to continue going forward. Because I will not hope, but I will just know that what is truly meant for me will find its way to me. Till next time, stargazers. Thank you.